Where's the remote? Found it.
Turn off the lights.
All right.
Did you grab the drinks?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay, I'm making the popcorn.
It's starting. Come on.
All right. Okay, I'm here. Hit the button. Hi, I'm Jill.
And I'm Gianna. And welcome to the We Watch It All podcast, where we watch it all and give you our opinions.
AKA the opinions no one ever asked for.
You were off today on the intro. Finally, not me.
No, I wasn't. I was going fine, and then you're like, oh, are you ready? I just did my line.
No, what?
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm saying, no, I just said, no, and when we're supposed to say our line together, where were you?
Who sounds confused?
Where were you?
Who sounds confused?
Because you were trying to trip me up.
I was doing it in my glasses, but I was right here saying my lines.
Okay. Sorry, having a little bit family feud over here, like we're Kyle and Kathy.
No, actually, that's more like Lisa and Kathy. They made up.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I didn't take my makeup off. No, it just means my mascara's gonna go in my eyes. And
Do you want to take a minute to go take that off?
no, I'll live.
Okay. So obviously, bye Cooper. Obviously, since we're talking about Kyle and Kathy, we're gonna be covering Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 20. Silence is golden. And maybe Lisa Rinna should learn that.
I was gonna say,
I think this episode, I've now picked a side officially.
I did too.
And not the side I was expecting.
No, and I'm a big time Lisa Rinna fan. I watched her on Days of Our Lives. I watched her on Melrose Place, and I just
Because they're stirring the pot, and then there's whatever the hell she's doing now, because I wouldn't even call this stirring the pot. You have now oversplashed everything out of the pot, and you're trying to scoop it back up on the floor and put it back in the pot and keep stirring, but it's not working.
And you know what? I could see if it wasn't already done once this season where somebody made something out of nothing, but it was already done.
Yeah.
It's been done. And at least her stuff was, I could see how she could have misconstrued that, but this sounds like, I'm not sure if she didn't make shit up.
Well, let me just say this. So before we even watched this episode, I said to you, I was like, if all Kathy really did was just say that she's annoyed and upset with her family, then yeah, I'm automatically probably not going to take Rinna's side, because who hasn't been annoyed or upset with their family? You know,
That's
everybody.
what I'm saying. I mean, the fact that she brought in all the other ladies, if that is true.
Yeah, but
this
is what they do. They talk bad about everybody.
Yes, but we don't honestly. There was no cameras. There was no other witnesses.
Yeah.
There was just Lisa Rinna. And, I mean,
if Rinna came out and said, the reason that I am so shocked that she could speak about her family like this was because she was like, I just lost a family member, so it's so shocking to see, after losing.
She didn't even.
But no,
Kathy's the one that said that.
Which I said to you before we even watched episodes. When I watched episode, I was like, oh, look at that. Kathy just took my point that I said Lisa Rinna should try to use, but now it's like too far gone. She can't really use this one, but maybe she will.
Yeah. So we'll go back now, because that's really the that's the end of really the episode.
Yeah, and let me just tell you that we watched like the last 20 minutes separately. Pause right over here for me, because I had to go back, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm like trying to take it all in, because it's a lot.
Yeah,
because they just kept throwing things out. Well, honestly, it was a little bit repeating. But
and the worst part was that she really wasn't, again, still even saying what was kind of said.
Yeah.
Like, she was just kind of throwing things out there, and like basically calling like Kathy names, like, to a certain degree, or like, I don't know, it was very weird. But this episode started off with my favorite person on the show now,
Phoenix, which I wrote.
Phoenix.
Here she is, being a friend of again.
My God, they should really give her own damn,
just make her a
diamond.
friend of. Like, I mean, come on.
I mean, her daughter is just too cute. I mean, like,
no Jackie though. Where
no,
has he been?
I don't know, but she's just. I did not see her coming at all when she was little. Just didn't see it. Just didn't really see it. But it's just very.
Yeah, but no. When you think about back to how Jacker would act when he was younger, I kind of can, you know what I mean? Like, when
Yeah.
you think back to the other seasons, like, that's kind of now she's taken his spot.
Yeah.
Because he might now be, like, so old enough to be like, I don't really want to be on camera.
I don't even know if the little girl realizes
No,
she's on
probably
camera
not,
or whatever, but she's been really cute. Of course, Dorit calls Kyle. We get to see her with those wonderful bangs again. Yay, she's got bangs and a nose ring. Come on now, Kyle. I mean, I know it's for the movie, but...
But here's my thing. Wait, so she had these bangs and then they're gone. So they could have gave her clip-in bangs last time and they didn't. So they, like...
I guess, yeah. I mean, that's what's kind of messed up.
I'd be like...
They made her cut bangs and...
Like, come on. Like,
yeah, and I don't understand what they're trying to do with that, like, with the nose ring and bangs. Like, how young are they trying to make her look? Because it's not going to work. It's like, she is what she is. No offense to her, but
I don't know much
making
about...
me look 19, my friend.
Like, I don't know much about, like, Halloween and all that, but, like, isn't it supposed to be, like, you know, like, time has passed since the first Halloween when we saw them, and it's, like, just showing how long this whole thing's been going on. And
yeah, but she was very, very young in the Halloween movie. But
if they play with, like, actual timeline, then yeah, this is what she would actually look like right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I just think it's kind of weird.
I mean, I don't feel like I've seen them try to de-age Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, they've just given her a wig.
That was me. Sorry, that was the words.
That was you? I kind of was like, what the hell was that? Like, listen, we're recording at, oh my god, wait, is it 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I thought it said 11 o'clock. That's why I was like, no one should be up making, like...
11 o'clock. I just got home from work.
Uh-oh. All right. Let's keep going, because we gotta skim through this beginning part, because the real stuff happens at the end, and I took a lot of notes on the end, so that's where we really have to. They basically...
She really called her to tell her kind of what happened at the party.
Yeah.
And, you know, she kind of said, Kyle said, like, I don't really want to, I'm thinking maybe I'd be better off not to know. But she kept saying that, this is one of the other things that got me. She kept saying that Lisa Rinna didn't want to tell her or didn't want to. So were you trying to pull your thoughts together? I might have to go look at my eye.
Okay. Well, while you go, after I finish my thought, I'll pause it, but you can go look at your eye.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because that's what I was saying, and Kyle, sit down. Rinna literally, she says that Rinna hasn't told her most of the things that Kathy has said. So, like, in a sense, how can you be mad about something that you don't know what you're supposed to be mad about? That's like if someone just said, hey, they talked behind your back, but I'm not going to tell you what they said. Yeah, okay, I guess I'm mad they talked behind my back, but, like, it will vary how mad I am at them depending on what they said about me. Yeah. If they called me a dirty little blah, 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 then okay. If maybe, like, if they, like, because, you know, for them, see you next Tuesday is so big. If they called me a see you next Tuesday, okay, then maybe I'm going to have a total different reaction.
If they just said you're unkind or something, like, that's a different story.
Yeah, so it's like, it varies on, like, what she actually said, like, how mad you should really be. Like, I never want to speak to Kyle again. I hope she goes and rots in a hole. Then, you know, maybe you should be a little bit more than her being like, I am so pissed off with Kyle and she's annoying me today. That's two different things.
Yeah. It's
like,
there's something there, and we're
it's like,
I mean, I sadly don't think we're gonna find out what's going on exactly.
Andy, you better tape them down to chairs and get them to say what happened at this party, because it's like, and the worst part is too, we had mentioned this in our normal podcast that, like, Rinna wants to get $2 million to be the most highest paid housewife for next season, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't deserve it now. I was already saying last week she doesn't deserve it.
This could backfire on her, and people could start to dislike her, and she could be getting
I'm not
nothing.
gonna lie. When I look for, you know, pictures for our Instagram and make this post, one of the pictures that was, like, linked, like, because, you know, they pull the pictures from websites, it was a, like, petition to fire Lisa Rinna already.
Well, because see, here's the
Housewives.
thing. So, like, yes, do people like pot stars and all that jazz? Yes, but here's the thing. They don't like to be lied to. And if, like, I mean, I personally feel duped, because not that I wanted Kathy to do something wrong, but you kept building this up and building this up and building this up, and it turned to nothing. Like, really?
Like, obviously.
Because Kyle and her
are fine.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just weird.
There's one thing. Obviously, like, editors and producers, they're going to edit it so it looks dramatic.
But there's nobody to edit this, because there's nobody that heard it, or nobody that saw it.
No, but I'm saying, like, like they made the music, they made the mid-season trailer look, oh, like it's absolutely
Yeah.
insane. But you know what? If Lisa Rinna's telling them that it's absolutely insane, that's what they have to, like, you know what I mean, to go off of, like, in a sense. So they can't be like, well, she's saying it, so I guess we'll believe her and edit it that it is absolutely.
Well, no, they're obviously going to run with it anyway.
Well, obviously, but yeah. But, like, the more to, like, Lisa's comments of, like, judging it up when it really isn't anything. He watched the last 20 minutes with me, so he may have some opinions, but we're still in the first 20 minutes, so sir.
And then, of course, there's Erica
with her
therapist.
I'm not gonna lie.
Lisa Rinna says should be, seen by Kathy, but
I was gonna actually say that Erica's therapist kind of looks like yours.
No.
Like an older version of your therapist. I'm so serious. All right.
I don't know.
Also, did you notice, like, I really, not that I didn't care about the therapy session, it just was like, I felt like filler. If you look, it had Erica, her therapist, and then it said Zoom record 1. Like, there's like a third person in this meeting? I don't know. I just noticed it. Listen, I'm not like an aficionado in Zoom because I didn't have like a Zoom job and neither did you. So we didn't get to like dive into that world. But like, it was interesting. Like, I don't know what that was. Oh, maybe it was like Bravo was in there to record the audio from the lady. That's the only thing I could think of why it was called like Zoom record. Yeah. But I just noticed that and I was like,
maybe it was there.
Oh, your laptop.
Maybe it was there to like get that.
Try to get like clear audio instead of trying to record the audio through the computer.
I will say, I kind of felt bad for Erica during this session because I think I understood where she was trying to go with this. First of all, I thought although she had a little rosacea on her cheeks, I thought she like looked much better without all that makeup that she puts on. But that's just, that's personal preference, I guess. But I think people forget that, like, and I can obviously speak to this, that you don't have to like the person you were married to anymore or think they're a good person, but you do grieve like your life that you had or the life that you thought you were going to have because it's not there anymore, just like if a person dies. And even though her husband was a jerk, like, she was with him for a long time, and she thought that he was going to be normal and not act a fool, and so like that's what that therapist was trying to tell her, like, you were hurt. Yes, you were hurt too in this process.
I hope maybe explain it to the audience. Like,
and like, I don't think, of course, she's not hurt the same way victims that are maimed or whatever or ill or what have you that don't have money, but she still had her own level of hurt and whatever, and that she's dealing with. And I think that's what pisses her off when people just keep going about the victims. I feel like she feels like she somehow should be lumped in with them instead of with Tom.
Yeah.
And I think like that's where she's getting screwed up because that's what she said.
I think she gets that, like, I'm not the same level of being a victim,
but she wants you to have compassion for her
he still like messed with her life. Now he has people looking at her like thinking, well, what is she doing? Like, she must be in on it.
Like she said, I want to believe that it wasn't intentional, that he just got caught up in something. But the bottom line is, just like Teresa Giudice's husband, you still did it, and you still kind of knew what you were doing. And even if you didn't know what you were doing, you should have been more careful.
Funny that you bring up Teresa. I have Teresa down later in my notes.
Like, you're a high paid lawyer, and you don't know what you're doing. Like, something just doesn't add up, and then like she's stuck also with like the whole stuff now with him being like he's totally out of commission the next day. I mean, I don't know how old people work, but I haven't been around too many. What is it, boy?
Oh, he's acting. I literally have like something in my eye now.
I do too.
Whatever.
I think my eye just hurts now. Like.
And then we continue on with Erica, and she's doing an interview at her Pretty Mess hair pop up, and she probably gives actually the most info, I think, out of anybody so far, because she tells us that like in the club she was fighting with workers and she was rude to the coat check lady, which was new information that we technically didn't have. Like, all we knew in the club was that she was yelling at Kyle's face, which I was like, okay, somebody finally gave us a little bit. So maybe Erica does. It seems like all of them know what happened.
But I don't know if Erica saw that, heard that firsthand, or if she heard that from people. But like, this is the thing. She could have been drinking. She said she was drinking.
1 glass, 2 glass.
Yeah, so she could have been drinking.
Like it was a poem.
I mean, some people, if you don't drink a lot, which I don't know that she does, I mean, it can hit you just 1 or 2 glasses.
Here's the thing. We've learned with Erica, we've learned with Sonia not to mix men's and alcohol. So who knows if Kathy Hilton's possibly on something as well.
could, yeah.
And she also did say one of her things was the altitude. We all saw that affect every single one of them.
Yeah, that does mess with you when you drink too. It does, but yeah.
And you can go.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, pretty much everybody shows up to this event besides Kyle. I think she's still filming.
Yeah.
Kathy, they go into why they think she's not there, and then Garcelle also didn't show up because she's filming the reel.
Yeah, the reel got shut down in June of the summer, so that just puts a timeline on this.
Oh yeah, this usually doesn't, I think, film into the summer. It's like more like
because I was
winter
looking at it
into.
because I saw that it said it got canceled, and I'm like, yeah, but she's on the show this whole time, so I'm like, when is that?
I didn't know it got canceled.
Mm-hmm. Got canceled. June was its last show, I think. But at least Erica was smart, where instead of just having the girls show, she had them bring their stylist. Because you think about it, the stylist is the one that's going to either encourage you to put the hair in or get the hair. So even
if they're not, I'm sure that they're not just the stylist to Dorit or Sun.
Oh, no,
they have other people, so now they're going to take this hair and
you're going to take.
it
That's what I'm
around,
saying. You're going to take it to someone else. So that's the way to go. But
yeah, I will agree that is probably smart. And she said instead of having a whole party, I finally got the eyelash out of my eye.
Oh, I didn't. I think I just have nothing in my eye. I think my eye's just bothering me now.
Okay.
But Erica was also pretty smart and kind of funny. She was asked about Kathy and is there any information and all the information that's been coming out lately.
Yeah, that's the part where I said she did.
And she was like, and she goes, everything's not okie dokie.
Hunky dory.
Hunky dory. And the girl goes, oh, I see what you did there. But it's like, she doesn't, I don't think she knows enough to know. Like, Lisa Rinna's still the only one that was there.
Like, truly knows at least what happened once, like, leaving the club. Because, like, it made it seem like, most of them were all able to say that they knew something that, like, they saw her yell at Kyle. Or they saw her do this. Or she was screaming in there. Or, she wanted to start the conga line. And, like, obviously we know Sutton said, oh, if you don't leave with me, I'm not your friend or whatever. Which I'm still, like, thinking on that one.
Come here, Boo Bear.
Oh, he's scratching the ottoman. Cuckoo. What? Did you hear him yell at me?
So then Sutton shows up. I gotta go to bed.
Stop. The cat crawled his way between both of our seats, and now he's on the other side. He is a terror.
And I just went right back into it. So Sutton shows up after telling Erica that she was not going to come, and she realized that was so silly. She's going to support her no matter what, and hopefully that'll make them, become friends. And it does, because then you see them later on having lunch, and what a unique lunch it was at that. Did you hear the part, though, where Rinna mentioned that she rents her clothes?
Okay, wait. So you're jumping 1-2 bit ahead of me. Okay. Because I just had a comment on Dorit, because I love Dorit's been. Was that Cooper?
No, that was Cooper can whistle.
Oh, I thought it was like a.
No.
Like when they do those little pictures. No. Okay, so
Sorry.
2 things. So is there 2 things here? Yeah, there's 2 things before we get to that, because I did have that too. So Dorit says that the PK wants to see her do the dishes in heels, and she wants to see him do a dish. And you know what? I don't think you should stop there, Dorit. I think you should have him do it in heels. That's all. That was my comment.
I thought she was really going to say that, too.
I thought she was going to do that. Like, come on, Dorit. Your jokes have been so on point this season that, like, take it the next step.
Like, oh, wait. Come on, Dorit. No way, Jose. Okay.
Now, one more thing. Diana randomly gets a call from Elton John, and they with Erica, and they labeled him down as the rock and roll icon. That is exactly how the show labeled him. I love when they do those, like even for like Erica, they'll be like, they'll put Tom Girardi, Erica's estranged husband. Like, they love giving those like weird. Sir. Mm-hmm. No, they love giving. They love giving those, like, obscure...
I think he thinks you're talking to him.
Cooper. They love giving them those little titles. And why randomly would Elton John be calling Diana?
With his black sunglasses that are rhinestone studded. I don't know.
It just randomly there. I so thought that was going to turn into something, too. They made that, like... No,
yeah, they look like he was calling for Erica or Erica's benefit. Something with to do with Erica, but it wasn't.
No, like, I thought they were going to bring back up the table.
He was calling to thank her about she was on the fundraiser of some
Oscar or
sort.
something.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, yes, I was like, why did they leave that weird line in about Rinna saying you can rent anything? Also, it felt weird that she directed it at Dorit. Like, oh yeah, Dorit, did you know you can rent anything? Because didn't you say there's rumors about Dorit renting her house? Mm-hmm. Which I was just like, that is a little bit weird. All right, that's all.
It's a smart thing to do, though. I'm like,
why not?
Because this way you can just send it back
and plus they are like, they are no outfit repeaters, these ladies.
And I'm sure her daughters probably got her into that because,
like, I mean,
that's a young thing to do.
I think that's not a horrible option, especially with these high-end brands. You might as well just rent them instead of, I don't know what you would even do after.
Yeah, she's over there telling Dorit to rent her outfit, and Dorit's telling her that Kathy called her and she said she remembers everything, and that she the night in Aspen, and that she is regretful and doesn't I'm sorry, what's going on here?
I got Cooper.
Oh, well, I don't know what you think you're gonna do.
I got Cooper and I sat down and he stopped the recording. We're gonna fall off our seat.
Yeah, I can see
he's
that.
so heavy. Oh my god. Oh, look, you wanna sit on your lap, puppy? He's like no.
Coopy, okay. Yeah, so she...
Sit, puppy. Oh! He's trying to shut the recording off. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so she tells us she's regretful and that, she said that they, that the fight started because she wouldn't play...
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean by
Well,
Michael
no, that's
Jackson.
when they take it over...
Yeah, to all the girls.
Group.
Yeah, they're kind of all to the girls at this point. But the thing that really got me was that they were talking about playing Billie Jean, but here's my thing. Like, Crystal goes and says...
It's problematic to play Michael Jackson.
I don't know why these girls don't understand that it's problematic to ask to play Michael Jackson right now. And I'm like... We looked at each other and we're like, did he do something? I mean, I know he had a lot of issues.
Okay, so here's the difference is...
I didn't think it was...
You're... I don't know. What are you? What are you? Like
I think I'm X. I don't remember.
Okay, well, I'm Gen Z, and Crystal said she's a millennial. So I think, like, the Michael Jackson problematic news has, like, we're both in not the generation that might know about that. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, millennials still enough to know about, like, who's problematic and who's not problematic, and Gen Z's, like, all about that. But I don't, like... I personally don't know anything, but that's just because I don't listen to Michael Jackson, so I think probably that's wouldn't.
Crazy. Well, Billie Jean's a good song, but
yeah, I don't even know. She talked about them. We tried to even look it up, and we couldn't find anything.
No,
so I don't know. She threw me off. Like,
I really don't.
We
know.
both we were like, huh? Like, it was like a weird one. Yeah, but then Diana was quite funny. This is literally all Diana in for the episode. She says that she paid off the DJ to play the.
No, not the DJ. She paid off the bartenders to get drinks. I thought she was paying off people to keep their mouths shut. But no, she said she paid $200 to get them drinks.
I thought she said she paid $200 to get the DJ to play the song.
See, here's the thing that I don't understand. So we all know that what goes on in the confessional, some people are going to see it eventually.
Yeah.
So why are you going to say what is out there in the confessional, but not
with the girls.
To their face? Yeah, with the girls to their faces. They're asking you outright, did she say something about me? And she's like, no, I'd rather not get into it or whatever. No, but don't do that, because if she did say something, then you should say something. Lisa's saying that she said Crystal and Sutton.
Well, wait, before that.
What?
Cherie says that she thinks it started at the hat shop because she saw Kathy shaking.
Yeah, and then
that's when Rinna has the realization that it's from the 818. And that's kind of...
I think somebody told her. I think she was clueless in that respect. I think she thought she was doing something, but I don't think she realizes that's exactly what did it. I think someone tipped her off.
Yeah, and then that's where they ask about what they say.
Yeah, and you act like you think she's telling you, but she's not.
Wait,
she's telling the producers.
But here's the thing too: when they're doing that, and like Dorit's like asking them, "Oh, what'd she say?" And she goes, "Sorry, I can't say." Who's telling you can't say? Like, obviously we know Kathy sent her a text, but the text didn't say, "Hey, if you say this, I'm going to sue you," or "If you do this, I'm going to." Ow! He just shocked me 4 times on each finger.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with that, but she called Crystal and Sutton.
Pieces of crap, because I don't think I think that one's technically
and they should be fired. Dorit is a stupid, useless idiot. And the sad part is Crystal's her friend, I thought. So
yeah,
she was trying to like,
which is like weird that you would say that your friend out of everybody. You're like,
yeah.
You're
And then she was saying something about ruining Kyle, that she made her, and it's all because of her. So
and she can't believe she has to be around these people.
Yeah.
And she's got connections at NBC.
But if you were gonna do that,
oh, and that this is her show too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but if you should like. But see, a lot of that's all come from just Lisa, and these guys have kind of like, I guess.
Is Lisa sure she didn't say that stuff?
I don't know, but like, I think they've just taken what she said and run with it. But Crystal said she believes Kathy.
Yeah.
And now I'm starting to think maybe she could be right.
Like, maybe she said these things, but not to the extent that Rinna's making it out to.
Well,
like, yeah, maybe she does have a connection at NBC. Didn't her daughter have the show on
I don't know
on
where
Peacock?
the show was, but the oh yeah, I think she did. But the thing that gets me is that I just lost my train of thought. Hold on.
Well, I will say though, Rinna did say that her and Garcelle came out the best in the like who she talked about. So if you want to stay on Kathy Hilton's good side, all you got to do is lend her an ear, and you're good. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I guess
I was something about that too.
Because obviously, hold on, I'm trying to get my butt pillow out from underneath me. What was I gonna say? Because technically, right? So every episode I've commented on how like Kathy just goes up to Garcelle and she's like, da, 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 da. But in this moment, Garcelle was not there.
Yeah.
And it was Lisa for her. So for her, she's like, yeah, I'm not going to talk bad about her. She's letting me
Lisa was the
rant.
only one that was willing to take her back home.
Yeah. And clearly, it is a known thing because Kyle does say that, oh, Kathy loves to rant. She calls me on the phone to rant all the time at the end of the episode. Right? So it's a known thing that she does. So Garcelle just kind of does let her say whatever she wants in her ear and doesn't really care or pay attention to it.
But did you hear the Sutton line where when Lisa says, I'm sending blessings and prayers, and Sutton just takes those long ass pauses and goes, does Lisa pray?
Which too,
and, like, and she just sat there
she
just sat there for the longest pause, like, does she pray? Looking like off to the side, and I'm like, oh dear Jesus.
But here's my thing. Why is she sending Kathy like blessings?
I guess to like say like she's a bigger person and she's going to like be, concerned about her or whatever, and chalk this up to that she probably does need help because this temper and this stuff is like all nonsense. And so I was like, oh wow.
Okay, I have one little suggestion because so we're kind of at the Kyle and Kathy and Rinna topic now. Should we, they intersect, like, randomly Sutton and Erica. Should we just talk about that first? Just because it's, like, really short, and then we could keep the Kyle and Kathy and stuff all just flowing in one?
I guess.
All right, so, obviously, Erica and Sutton, they meet up, and they're going to have Popeyes on China.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that when I saw it. But, I mean, it's classic to do, fine dining with fast food.
But here's my thing. Did she even ask Erica if she'd want this or like this food?
No, but I think she just...
I think she was trying to connect on like a southern root.
Yeah, because that's what she said. I have like tea or whatever and stuff like that. The sweet tea from the South and stuff.
But I didn't take many notes on this because it was really just them kind of like, doing their thing. But
really
I took one note.
What?
So Sutton says you have a problem with a word that starts with the letter V. All I could think about was Erica is the new Teresa. We can't, in the Housewives community, we can't say jail and we can't say victims.
Yeah.
I was like, it's the same thing. At first I was like, wait, what the hell does V stand for? And I was like, oh wait,
and then she's
victims.
like, no, victims.
But I was like, yep, so there's just two specific words, at least for this franchise. There could be other ones. I haven't watched a bunch, but yeah, that's all I really took on that. Because it was just them rekindling their friendship and actually connecting in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like, at least, in my opinion. Oh, all right. So the Kyle and Kathy conversation, to me, starts off off a bank. Kathy arrives, and they get the shot of the cowboy boots dropping out with, like, dramatic music.
She was crazy.
And then she walks up
in
crazy. Kyle's shirt and rips up one of Kyle's flowers.
We later find out is the same shirt she wore the night that she went crazy.
I took that down. I said, look at Lisa Rinna. She's being full on New Rockstars Eric Voss. Like, that's the same shirt she wore when she had the breakdown.
Yeah.
No, but my favorite, though, is, right? So she brings the flowers, right, though? And
The flowers she ripped from her front yard.
yes, but she lies about where she got them from.
No, I thought she said she just pulled them
No.
herself.
No, I don't think so.
She got them from?
I don't think she said she got them from anywhere. But like, I'm just saying, like she's like, I got you these flowers. But she's like,
I think she knows that they're like from her front yard. I think she knows it.
I would hope Kyle would.
I think she does. I think like she does. She knows that that's where
Yeah.
she basically pulled them from. Is the front yard? Because then I think it's ironic when she leaves. She's like, "Oh my God, look at the flowers! I loved how they did this." Blah blah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, are those the flowers you just pulled from?
No.
Because like
They were different flowers. And then we also not only find out that it's the same shirt, but we find out that it's not even Kyle. Well, she thought it was Alexia's shirt. That's why she wore it, because she wants peace. So wait, does that make it better that you're like, in her eyes, she's like, I guess it's better because I'm wearing Alexia's shirt, but it's not technically your shirt. Yeah. But either way, I want peace. Is her moral of the story. And then weird again, Kyle's like, "Oh, Kathy, your bracelets are so cute," and she's like, "Take them." Take them.
I think at that point she was just trying to be friendly and nice and like just show that she was not like coming for her. I think she was genuinely, and then she was like, I think she genuinely was trying to apologize and say, I had a bad night. I was off the rails. You were there. You're the one that I naturally pick on.
And Kyle's like, the bracelets are making you hot. Kyle, you've never had like an accessory make you feel like oh, like it's
no,
just
but
much.
that's what I think she was trying to say. Like, I understood what she was trying to say when she was saying to Kyle. I don't think she was trying to like put it back on Kyle. I think she was just trying to say to her, like, when I was, like, when she came with the slippers and all that kind of stuff.
Wait, that's not even where I'm at. I'm talking about the bracelets.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
that's where I'm going with that.
You're jumping a little.
Like, I think she was trying to be nice about the whole thing.
Oh, because that is the next part.
She was saying, like everybody makes, like, I think she knows people make fun of her.
Yeah.
And I think she, like,
she said
she was dressed in that shirt with a leopard skirt and those crazy cowboy boots and then some random hat. She definitely looked cuckoo.
Yeah.
But I think that's just who she is.
Well, because
the daughter's saying how they dropped her off at the airport and, you know, it's like dropping off a baby. I think she knows people think of her this way. And I think it makes her sad.
And I've been leading the campaign for the Kathy Hilton iPad baby. Whoopsie.
I think that's what...
Sorry, Kathy.
I don't think she was trying to, like... Because Kyle was like, "Oh, you're putting it back on me and stuff," and I think that's why she was trying to give her the bracelets, like as like a peace thing. But I think she was like,
which in my opinion,
trying to say you make fun of me, kind of, and it
makes me feel
where
I was going. I was gonna say, Kyle, take the damn bracelets because you know you're never gonna get the shirt back.
Oh yeah, probably not.
I think that equals it out, pays it off.
Well, I don't know if the bracelets.
Yeah, but she does. That is like one thing. She's like, because she said she's like, I was dressed up but not dressed up there. And now that you've explained it, literally my notes, I was like, what does that even mean? Because I didn't get what she meant at first, but now that you explained it better, like, like they made their...
I think she said, like, she said something, and she's like, "Oh, you're going to turn this around." I mean, she's like, "No," but... And she also said, like, it would be nice if we could talk, like, she called it direct to direct.
Direct conversation.
I think she meant, like, one-on-one. She goes, like, a direct conversation. I thought, and I remember we thought, like, oh, she's blocked her number, but she said that, that when she tries to reach out to her, like, sometimes she doesn't pick up. Yeah. And then she admitted it, like, well, sometimes I just don't want to deal with whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of sad for her because I don't think she has a lot of friends, clearly, because I think they all think a certain way about her.
Yeah.
So I think it's very hard for her to get friends. She's weird. She's a little
kooky. She's like that, like you know, like in a TV show when they have, like, a kooky aunt. Yeah. You know what she is? I'm going to give a little reference for people my age here. She is the grown-up Harper from Wizards of Waverly Place. That's what she is.
Yeah.
She kind of reminds me of Harper grown up. But...
I don't know. It's sad.
One of my things that I was like, Kyle, this doesn't even make any sense. Because Kathy's like, they're talking, and Kyle's like, you know, this isn't the first time you've done this, but it's the first time you've done it in front of other people. And then she, like, apologizes, and Kathy's like, well, I mostly want to say sorry for what I said at the house. And, like, and Kyle kind of was like, oh, you want to say sorry for that? Kyle, you don't even know what she said at the house because you said Lisa didn't tell you, so how do you know? Like clearly Kathy knows what she's saying sorry for, but you don't know what she's saying sorry for still, as of this point. Yeah. Well, at least as far as the sit down, right? So those were recorded after. We know that you don't know what she truly said about you. So how are you gonna, like, accept an apology about something that you don't really know what she said? That's my thing.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then my favorite thing, this would probably be my little quote of the episode. I think Kyle asked her why she did it. And she said, literally, just like, she goes, overtired, angry, stupid, glass of wine, 2 glasses of wine, altitude. Like, it was like each word, period. Each word, period. Yeah, and that's the way the subtitles went out. And I was like, it was just the way she, like, listed off. And it was all, like, almost one-word things.
She does have a way. She doesn't have a way of talking.
Yeah, and then that's where they kind of talk about the whole, like, ranting. But you know what I did notice, too? My tune kind of changed more to Kathy as soon as, like, Rinna arrived. Because I really, felt different. But one of my things I noticed was, like, as soon as Kathy realized that Kyle, I feel like, wanted her just to say that she was, like, proud of her, that's all she kept, like, saying. Like, she's like, oh, I feel like, at first I was like, I think she found the magic key. But
I think she was trying to, like, build up to the whole thing, so that she could say to her, like, listen, Mom and Dad are proud of you. They're watching you always, this and that. But, you know, you have to do certain things. And, like, I think she kind of suckered her back into that whole.
And one thing, which I thought was kind of funny, I think Kyle asks her, who have you talked to about this? And she said she's talked to everyone but Rinna. And then that's how, like, the segue saying that Rinna's coming. And then she says Erica because she never talks to her, basically. Which was, like, I don't know. I just felt like that was, like, weird. Because we said the whole thing about, like, her not talking with Sutton.
Yeah.
But, like, Erica was the one person she decided not to. Maybe she knew, like, Erica knows about the stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? Because it's weird that she chose Erica not to, like, call out of all the girls.
Well, but she said she doesn't really feel like she knew her, and that's why I find it hard to believe, like, because she did act like she knew Crystal very well.
No, yeah, her.
But I don't know.
I think Crystal was supposed to be like her other brand.
Yeah, I mean, but Lisa has some fair questions, like what triggers you to make you be this way. And
I struggled with this. Let me tell you why.
But I really couldn't get behind it.
No, my main issue was I just wished Rinna came in a wig because I'm serious. I can't unsee her as the M&M now with that hair. I couldn't. I'm like, look at this M&M sitting here talking to Kathy, and I can't because it was like the same exact hairstyle. It's the Rinna hair, but you know what I mean. I was just like, really? Yeah. And then she does the questions that you were talking about.
Yeah, and then she tries to give Kathy advice, like telling her she's a black heart and why is she this cold and
you're jumping around for me, girl, because I took like 100 different notes.
Okay. What did you do?
Well, okay, so no, Rinna asks her what, this was just funny because this was just classic Kathy. Rinna's like, what made you do this? And Kathy's like, well, I don't have a temper. And Rinna's like, well, what would you call this? And she's like, losing my temper. Like, it's like.
But I think she's trying to say, like, it's not like a forever thing or something I do all the time. It's like, once in a blue moon that I've just right now lost my temper, and that's that's what it is.
Because Rinna goes on this whole thing that, like, Kathy needs help. I wouldn't say having one little breakdown justifies that Kathy needs help, because then that means every time a woman had a breakdown this season, they need help.
She also said that, like, it was a psychotic break.
Yeah.
Like, who's to say that that's what she had? And, like, who are you to say
it just may have been, like, one too many. Like it just might have been, like, too much. Like, that might have just been her breaking point for that month, and it was just like, I can't. So she kind of just lost it, and she happened to be around these girls. That's who took the brunt of it. Like, you know what I mean? Mm. Like, it could have been totally different. Like, if she was at the same moment with her family, she may have just, like, said
somebody had heard it or
mic'd or something.
Something, yeah. Because I just feel like there's some underhanded lies going on there, and she's exaggerating, thinking, that she'll get away with it, like, because nobody's gonna.
Well, another thing too was, Kathy says that she's very upset right now because one of her friends has terminal cancer, and while she's crying, Rinna asks Kathy, "Why are you looking at me like that?" And I'm like, well, you know, Kathy then sends back and she's like, "Why are you looking at me like that? Like you're looking at me like I have some big problem." But, like, my thing is, like, I didn't see Kathy's face, like, shift once that I would look at her and go, "Why are you looking at me like that?" The woman's crying. Like, I genuinely didn't see, like, like her look at, like, a sneak of glare or something like that even. Yeah. Like, because I had rewatched that because I'm like, did I miss something? I didn't even see Kathy's face flinch, but listen, we know that like they obviously edit different clips because there was, remember when we watched New Jersey last season, I showed you that clip of Melissa that they like made her turn her head around and you could tell it was like reversed because her hair moved the wrong.
Yeah, the bed was wrong.
So that's always, I love looking at that to see when they reverse the hair around because you'll notice it. It's something very little and minuscule, but if you've done editing, you will catch it. And then Rinna says that Kathy, like, obviously Kathy apologized, and she says that you're just not going to make this go away for her. And she says that if you really want to go there, we'll go there. To me, I say, go there. I don't get it. I don't get what her big issue is with all this.
Especially coming off of, she was one of the biggest advocates for Crystal to tell what Sutton had said, because how could they heal? How could they move on? And this one she's basically confirming that they said stuff about her, but not willing to share anything with them. So it's like, where do you want them to go from there? I don't know.
Let me see. I think I only had like a few more little pieces on this because I was writing my little heart out, my little black heart out. One thing I thought it was interesting, Kathy says that she doesn't think Rinna's scared of anybody because of what happened with Kim in Amsterdam.
Yeah, maybe. But
I think Rinna would be scared of...
But I thought she said she was afraid of Kim, like, yeah.
I think not maybe physically, like, scared of someone confronting her, but... What? Oh, Sissy's asleep. But more, like, I think Rinna would be more afraid of Kathy in the front, that, like, she knows Kathy is quite powerful and she has connections that she could make her...
As dopey as she is, I do think that she knows a lot of people.
And that's the part where you're saying about the black heart. She tells her to try to figure out why she has a black heart, and Kathy says that she's not going to discuss it with her, which is true because this is kind of like how like Diana was doing with Sutton, where she's like, so you say, and she's like, so I know, because it's like this, but it's different. It's like, you, like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, that's what she was saying, but just in a different way every time when you really like think about it.
Yeah.
And in my personal opinion, I think Rinna, now that she knows that the 818 comment was probably like the starting point of everything, I think she just wants Kathy to admit that, to have like satisfaction for herself. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I think she wants. I think that's why she kept.
She got what she wanted. She got her upset.
No, but I think now she wants her to say it was the 818 comment that you made. Like, I think that's what she's like trying to. I think that
started it.
No, yeah, I definitely think so, but I think that's
I think it started back when she asked them to have it the day before, or when they first got there. Remember, and they like sometimes they have to build or something.
Here's
so
the thing,
they don't
like how
do that now.
We're saying maybe this was like the breaking point. Like, now we do know throughout the whole season she's been wanting them to try this, give it a little TV spot. Yeah. And I think that's just been a thing, like, where she's like, well, okay, now I know Rinna had this whole rosé thing, and like, you know what I mean? It's probably something that's just
it was just, to me, it was just cringeworthy watching like Lisa Rinna give out like health advice.
To me,
and, like,
I said, it felt like Munchausen's 2.0. Like they sat them down in the same like rectangular shape, just like mirrored, and there's Lisa like grilling people. And the only thing that was like a little bit weird with Kathy, I don't know if it was just Kyle's wording, but she said to me something that was kind of important. She said Kathy knows she has to apologize, which to me felt like, so Kathy wouldn't have apologized if she wasn't like really told that she kind of should.
Who does she have to apologize to?
Well, I guess to Kyle. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. She meant apologize.
I think she would have done it.
Did you just shush me?
Yeah, because I thought he saw her.
Oh! I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, because I think.
Yeah, and then while Kyle walks Kathy out to the door, she gets distracted by the flowers. But here's my thing. Kyle's like watching her through the glass of her door.
Kyle just kind of keeps going because I think she's had enough of it. Like,
and then she turns around and she kind of like if you've ever watched like Parks and Rec and all those shows, like when they give you the classic like turn around and stare at the camera, like what? Like that's what Kyle did. She looked around and she was like, am I like witnessing? Is everybody seeing the same thing that I just witnessed? Her like going like at my flowers. Like it was so weird.
But I think she just I don't know. I think she just picked like one and kept it going or something.
I don't even know if she picked them. She's just like, it's so nice how she planted these Kyle or something. Yeah. And then when she goes back in, that's where Rinna's like, you have to like, she has to like, you guys have to make it work. They did before you got here. Yeah. You've now made it possibly worse.
Yeah, they were fine before this.
And that's where it ends, and we get a little preview for next week, and it looks like Kyle's actually gonna stand up to like Rinna, or at least Erica or something.
I don't know how well, but
she's not gonna.
She claims she's not afraid, so of a lot of things. So let her have her.
I don't know. At least she like seems like she might address it. And next week's the finale.
That's sad.
We have been thinking we'll probably come back to you with the finale with our final decision, but we think we're gonna do a rewatch of OC because I've never seen it. You've seen it, so it might be like an interesting because you know where they're gonna end up. Well, I mean, I kind of know where they end up, but my first time watching that, just so we could get ready for
but
Tamara's
I'll
return.
Know what is
little foreshadowing.
Yeah, like what caused it. Like I think if I go back now, like it'll be interesting to see like where it like ended up. Yeah. Or knowing that I know where it's gonna end up, like you said.
From what truly is gonna happen, or it's so weird to see these two as friends because they hate each other, or they hate each other now.
They don't end up that way.
Yeah, so that's probably our plan. We'll probably do that when we're on like an off season of like Housewives, because I think, in my opinion, now that summer's ending, I think Housewives New Jersey's more like in the winterish time.
Yeah.
And who knows what New York is doing. We need one of them. Come on, the legacies or the new guys. I hope maybe BravoCon will bring something, like some news for that.
Maybe.
That's my hope. We probably won't cover BravoCon. Maybe we'll talk a little bit, but we're not going to do a dedicated episode.
I don't think it comes out as soon as it films
what?
BravoCon, because
stuff actually comes out for that?
No, they show it. I think I don't know if you have to pay for it to see it.
I mean, from news sources, it's just not going to be enough for us to cover. But maybe if it's something interesting, we'll talk a little bit about it. But I don't even know what we'll be doing at that. We'll figure it out. I think that's it. I recently learned that you cannot give us a 4.5. It's either 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. So if you feel like we need to improve, which there's always room to improve, you can give us a 4. But if you think there's room to improve and you know we're going to improve, you can just go ahead and give it the 5 right now. You don't even have to waste your time and change it. If you're listening to us on YouTube, you can go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Please don't give it a thumbs down. Instead, leave a comment telling us how we can improve.
Yeah. If people like comments just as much as a thumb.
Huh?
I said, people that are like that,
you have it back to the mic.
I know. They like to leave a comment just as much as they, maybe even more than they like to put thumbs up.
Yeah.
Like a nasty comment. I gotta go to sleep.
Oh, yeah. It's almost 2 now.
She could talk for hours more, but I gotta go to sleep, which means she slept a long time today.
No, I didn't. Okay? If you haven't been following our saga, we have neighbors, and that little girl screams. So
she's sleeping now.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Until they get her big girl bed.
Yeah, and Cooper needs to go to bed because he's all banged up.
Yeah, and I want my water. It's on the other side of the room.
Okay.
All right, so that's
hit the button.
I was just tell them thanks. I didn't get to say thanks for listening or watching. No, I didn't. I didn't. Listen, all I said was the 4.5 and the like.
I've listened to these things. And you do repeat that whole ending multiple times.
Because you kind of interrupt me. I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
No, that's it. I just wanted to say thanks for listening and thanks for watching. That was my last little thing. I had to spiel out. Don't leave. You have to say your line.
I know. I was looking. He was looking like he was looking at something. Hit the button.
Oh.